What's up, man? It's your boy Bloody J, man. You tuned in to Mixtape Messiah Daily. Let's get it.
So, Bloody J, nice to meet you. Thank you. Thank you for pulling up on us today. We appreciate it. We've been waiting on this interview.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all for having me.
Yeah. So, one thing I want to discuss is that you were one of the first melodic, I guess you could call melodic rappers in Atlanta. Like, you really introduced this sound, and a lot of people don't know that. So could you tell us about how that was being a forerunner in introducing the sound? Like, was it accepted back then, or?
It was, it was a little bit of both. You know what I'm saying? Because it was, it was some people that was doing it too. You know what I'm saying? But like, I was just coming from mine was just coming from like pain, like my life story, like, you know what I'm saying? It was coming from the trenches, coming from the grind every day. It was just everyday life, and it just led me to making that sound. Like, I never tried to be like nobody else or sound like nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just always thrived on what was going on around me, and it came out like that. So, you know what I'm saying? Like it, but it was kind of both. I got the backlash for it because like, what the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? At first, then everybody else like, well, that shit hard. So, you know.
Well, one thing also that you are a forerunner on, when you mentioned that, your music is really an expression of yourself, is that you've always been unapologetically yourself.
Yes.
Especially in a time, specifically in Atlanta culture, where being red or even being blue wasn't necessarily the popular thing to be out front. Like, now it's really considered a fashion.
Yeah.
So what does that mean to you as far as like being yourself from the beginning?
That's everything. I always wanted to, show my fans like who I really was. Like, I wanted them to buy into me. You know what I'm saying? Because I done started off, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was trying to make my way out there life, so I was just being who I was. I didn't know how to count a bar. You know what I'm saying? So I was just speaking of, like I said, everyday life. So, and it came out like that. Like, I just happened to speak for a whole hood, like whole nation. Like, everybody fuck with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even the Crips fuck with Bloody. So it's just, I believe it's just like when you real, you know what I'm saying? Like, you standing for something, like, people respect that. So like, I just try to thrive off that, you know.
Alright, so thriving off of that real energy, one thing I want to say is, as far as realness, is that you are known for that, that's for sure. But one thing we've been having a hard time understanding is, when exactly were you released? Like, we were all shouting you out, like, he's home. We were like, wait, he's not home. He's home.
My official release date when I got out of everything was 2/15/19. I got out, 2 weeks ago, in some days now. But I went to the halfway house first. That's why everybody thought I was out, because picture was sneaking out of me and stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was just in the studio. Like, I wasn't allowed to do anything. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't able to make videos or, you know what I'm saying, do the things that some things, but it's happened to sneak out. You know what I'm saying? So people thought I was out, and I really wasn't. I was reporting back to the halfway house every day. You know what I'm saying?
Got it. Because we definitely saw when you was getting the JD cakes.
Yeah.
That's what we saw. Like,
shout out to my girl Jade. You know what I'm saying? She pulled up on me.
Yeah, we were like, man, like, hold up. First of all, like, he got exclusive JD cakes. Number one.
Yeah.
Number two, like, how
it was a welcome home present. But it was like, you know what I'm saying, just being in the halfway. I was like, my family knew I was out. Like, people that's close to him, a lot of people that's close to him. But I tried to keep it under the radar at first, because I wasn't able. I feel like it wasn't fair to my fans for me to be out, and I wasn't really out. You know what I'm saying? So I tried not to put that in music. Like, I was going back and forth with the label. I was like, listen, man, I got some shit I want to put out. They were like, just wait till you get all the way out so you can explore it and, you know what I'm saying, get the full feedback from it. So that's what that was.
All right, so you mentioned your family and your support system. So one of your most popular videos was Get It in Blood. And we saw, like, everybody came out to support you. So how important is family and creating a family atmosphere to you?
It's everything to me. Like, I believe I'm a family man first. Like, before anything, you got your family. Like when all this fails, like this time just showed me even more. Like in hard situations, you can only really count on your family. Like you know what I'm saying. Like it be the people that closest to you that you think that's your family. That's not really though. Like really down for you. Like family is everything, man. You gotta spend time with your kids. Like your mother and father, they still around. Like you gotta spend time with those people. Like you gotta show the people you love them. I believe in it.
For sure. You mentioned your fans are really influential on everything that you do.
Yes.
So while you were away, did you receive like any fan mail or
yes.
how was that experience?
I did. It was crazy because like I never did any time before like a long sentence. I did like county time and stuff. I never had to actually go down the road. And you know, I was in the Fed, so I had to go to a whole nother state. I went to Kentucky for a minute, then I went to Alabama for a minute, you know what I'm saying? Big Sandy, Kentucky, the penitentiary. Then I went to the medium down in Talladega, Alabama. Free all my people down there too. And I got a lot of fan mail. It was love. Like, it was crazy because it was coming at different times where like I might be down, you know what I'm saying? The fan mail like pick me back up and be like, all right, they still remember me, you know what I'm saying? They miss me, so that was cool.
All right, now as an artist and being away for such a long period of time, especially in the rap game when everything's fast, how are you adjusting, and then also tell us about maybe some tips you would give other artists, like when you're in the middle of your rise and then you have to go away. Like, what are some tips for that?
I mean, I hope nobody has to go through that. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy. You have to have headstrong. You have to be headstrong. You know what I'm saying? It's all mental. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have probably ever heard the statement like, lock your body, they can't lock your mind. Like, you gotta believe in that. Like, I read a lot. You know what I'm saying? But I hope nobody else goes through that. And I don't really have to make no adjustments. I think people have to adjust to me because I am who I am, and it's really who I am. So like it's easy for me. You know what I'm saying? You got it or you don't, and I believe I got it.
Well, one thing, you are like a cool guy. Like your vibe, you are nice.
Yeah.
We appreciate that.
I appreciate that.
So having that been said, like that transfers, your energy transfers. So tell us about like Good Life. Like what is that? Who are they and what do they mean to you?
Oh man, Good Life, man. You know, it speaks for itself. Like we live in a good life. Like my manager Nick, you know what I'm saying? We did a joint venture with TIG. But Good Life is my family, my new family. Like we came together and it all made sense. It was so organic and we all vibe. Like it was just crazy. Like we've been known each other. You ever met somebody you feel like you've been known? Like that's how it was. It was just like we all shared the same vision. So it just made sense. We came together to win.
Okay. Now, in this situation with TIG and joint ventureship, that means you have like a business acumen in order to understand joint ventures.
Yes.
So when you were away and you were reading, like what type of books did you read?
My favorite book, or two of my favorite books was The Big Payback and Sweet Jane Jones, Pimp C Trill Life Story. Like those were my favorite books I read. And I was just reading a lot of different rap books, like on the business side. I love like that type of stuff. That's all I was reading for real. Shouts out to Wendy Day. She just sent me books all the time. Like it kept me going. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. Like that's how I read.
Alright, now since you're back in the game, you jump back in hard. Like we see you on No Jumper.
Yeah.
Like that is like the new shit. So what do you feel about that, being exposed to a whole new fan base?
It's just all God. It's none of me. Like let me get me out the picture. It's none of me because all my endeavors will be sweatless and easy. That's just the favor of God. Like I have a calling on me. I know I do because I'm still here. Because half of my friends, like most of my friends, dead and locked up, and I'm still here. So I know I'm here for a reason. And He's just showing me every day. That's why I go so hard like I do, because I know a lot of people depending on me. And I love it though. I'm blessed.
Alright, so since you have that calling on your life and you have a calling on your voice, which is a nice voice, can we expect any philanthropic endeavors in the future, like any charities?
Oh,
Or...
of course. We was just talking about charity. I don't want to let too much out the bag, but yeah, we got a lot of stuff we're working on, and I have a lot of things I want to do for the people. Like the closest, like the newest thing I'm on now. I want to help people when they just get out of jail, because by this time, like, I can't speak for nobody else, but I can only speak on what I know. You know what I'm saying? That's what, and I stick to that. And what touched me, when I see something, I try to move on it. Like when I got out of jail, I saw people. When I went to the halfway, I saw people still having those shoes from when I wore in jail and the same outfits that we had on in jail. So I was like, dog, man, you know, I'm blessed to have people to come pull up on me with clothes and money, and you know what I'm saying. A lot of people don't have that. So like, I just want to help people when they get out. You know what I'm saying? Try to help they get back into society. You know what I'm saying? They transition a little, make it a little smoother for them.
All right, so someone else who's doing that, and actually that are friends of Mixtape Messiah Daily, the Justice for Meek Mill campaign, is now also helping with reform. So, do you have any interest in?
Of course, I love that. Like, I saw that when I was locked up too, and it's crazy, you know. But you know, everybody calling different. So like, you know, that might have been my reason, because I had a lot of people coming up to me on the yard. Like I had built a lot of relationships and bond with a lot of solid people from all over the world, and I was helping them. We was talking every day, and I believe, you know, God might have put me there for a reason. But hey, yeah, I love to work with them on that. Like, we could get together, because you know, real people got to stand together. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just simple. We can help people.
Okay, now let's talk about something fun. So I saw that you turned the blue flame red for a night. What was that like?
Oh man, you know, everything we do, man, you know, we set that shit on fire. You know, like, we burn the flame out like that red shit, of course. And shouts out to my cameraman. You know, Mike, like he's a very creative and powerful and young talent. Like, he's crazy. So we got together. He was like, bro, we gonna do this, we gonna do that. So like, everything we did, we made it red. You know what I'm saying? And it's not hard, you know, having these blooded out people around me. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna do that. So it was cool, you know. Blue Flame is legendary. I love it.
I think that's super dope. So outside of your current project, anything else we can expect to see, like any new shows or TV appearances?
Just stay tuned. Just stay tuned. Like, I got a lot of stuff I'm working on. You know, we just did Real Forever. It's the hardest shit out right now. So like, we just focus on that right now. But you know, I got a whole bunch of different things coming my way. A lot of new projects. You know, I record all the time, all day, all night. You know what I'm saying? So it's up, like movies, everything. It's on the way.
Okay, so for those that don't know, where can they stream your music and where can they follow you?
All major platforms, everywhere. Real Forever, the album. You know what I'm saying? Well, the mixtape, it sound like an album. And it's out everywhere. And follow me on Instagram at bloody_JAY. You know what I'm saying?
Do you have a Twitter?
Yes, it's King Bloody 5, I believe. Ain't it King Bloody J5?
King Bloody 5.
Yeah, King Bloody 5. I'm new to it. Like, I got locked out all my old stuff, so I got a new. You know what I'm saying? King Bloody 5.
All right, anything else you want to give to the world, to our specific type of fan base of more like younger, upcoming?
Oh man, stay focused and just stay out of the bullshit. Stay focused on positive things. If it's negative, if it's not right for you, you feel it in your heart, step away from it and go to what you do feel is right. Like, just do the right thing. Stay focused. Win.
All right, I love that.